the air and on the ground. That's the third most by a player through 5 career games in NFL history, trailing only Patrick Mahomes and Kurt Warner. As for Burrow, he just threw for 300-plus yards for the 5th time this season. Yeah, 5 times. That's the second most by a rookie in NFL history. He needs just one more to tie Andrew Luck's rookie record. They've been on fire. Keyshawn, when you look at Herbert and when you look at Joe Burrow, who's the guy that's going to have more long-term success in your mind?
You know, I want to say it's Joe Burrow, but I also, Laura got me with that one, but I also look at Cincinnati. And Cincinnati hasn't shown me in the past that they're committed to winning long-term, where the Chargers have kind of gotten me to believe that they are trying to win long-term, whether it's with Phillip Rivers and LaDainian Tomlinson over the years, just making the playoffs and doing some different things with Phillip Rivers at quarterback. Now in comes Justin Herbert. I know a lot of people looked at him early on in his college career, and he was the number 1 overall pick for a couple years. Then all of a sudden last year, there was a guy named Joe Burrow that emerged in the eyes of most college football fans. I'll happen to be out on the West Coast and have seen him play a number of games against USC, against Arizona State, Washington, you name it. I was in the building last year against Herm Edwards and Marvin Lewis and Antonio Pierce's defense, and they torched him. They got after him. So people walked away from that, Laura, saying, I don't know if he's NFL ready yet. This is the first time he really faced an NFL-style defense. He goes to the Senior Bowl. People kind of liked him at the Senior Bowl and said, okay, big, strong arm, reminds him a lot of a young Drew Bledsoe with a little bit more mobility. I saw him against Wisconsin in the Rose Bowl, kind of fell in love with him. Now, when you look at him in the NFL, he's completing 67% of his passes thus far. It's pretty good. 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's accounted for over 150 yards on the ground in 2 plunges. I think in terms of success, the Chargers are going to continue to put people around him to be successful. I am not comfortable saying that Cincinnati is going to do the same for Joe Burrow.
Yeah, it's so interesting with Herbert because I think the offense in college just wasn't quite suited to his skill set. At the NFL level, he's been what we kind of thought he could be potential-wise so far. Marcus, when you think about Joe Burrow and what he's got to deal with at Cincinnati, he's a guy that you want to bet on, but there are some complications to that.
Okay, let me unbutton my jacket. Cincinnati, listen up, damn it, because I'm finna give you the blueprint, all right? Everybody spend a lot of time looking for a franchise quarterback that can actually play, all right? Don't get him bludgeoned. We saw Andrew Luck retire early, and we wanted to see what Andrew Luck could become in Indianapolis and how many championships he could win. You are in this position right now. Don't miss it. Everybody in America can see it. All of the analysts on every network can see it. Joe Burrow can take you to where you've been trying to go. You went to the playoffs with Andy Dalton. So we've seen in parts under Marvin Lewis, you guys have opportunities to play really good football. Yes, you're in a tough division with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, the Baltimore Ravens aren't going anywhere with Lamar Jackson, but they trended in the right direction. Listen to me, Cincinnati. Surround him with the right players. Get people that can protect him. Because right now, he's almost willing you to wins with a not so great roster if anybody else is paying attention. Joe Burrow is your future. You can win Super Bowls with Joe Burrow. Cincinnati, you can win Super Bowls with an S with Joe Burrow. Just make sure you do what you have to do in this draft, the next draft, and the following 1-3 years from now, where you surround him with the kind of guys that he needs in order to put you on the top, and he can. This will be a top 5 quarterback in 2 years in the NFL. Based on what we're watching now, Joe Burrow would not fall off of a cliff. We all talked about his acumen. He was 23 years old when he was drafted, so he's mature, understands what it takes to continue to get good in this league. Cincinnati, don't mess this up, because if y'all mess this up, I'll be sitting on NFL Live 2 years from now, and trust me, I already know y'all know what I'm going to be saying.
Probably the word damn. Did you buckle your jacket?
A few times.
Since you unbuckled it, did you buckle it back up?
He's going to leave it open the rest of the show.
Yeah,
okay.
Listen, it's
I'll
important.
buckle it back.
It's important for everyone to understand, like, what's going on between Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert is not normal. Like, the way they're playing is not normal. Everybody at home, like, rack your brain. When was the last time we had 2 rookie quarterbacks come into the NFL and play this well, this early on? For me, it's 2012. It's Andrew Luck and RG3 And we could throw Russell Wilson in there, but he wasn't expected to. He wasn't playing really good on a bad football team. Like, both these teams had early draft picks. I think the most impressive thing for Justin Herbert is how quickly he's playing. You know, we always talk about the biggest challenge for quarterbacks going into the NFL is the mental aspect of things. How fast can they make decisions? And that is a 7-step drop, swipe the ball up on your chest on a go route. This is a drop back third down where you realize you're in man coverage and I'm out. Like, things are happening really fast for Justin Herbert. And that's not normal because we heard how smart he was leading into the draft. I've been around a lot of smart guys that go in the NFL, and they're not football smart. They're just book smart, right? He's this guy that's like book smart, but also football smart. Keyshawn's neither.
Oh, come on.
I almost threw my pen at you, but I'm going to leave it alone.
Don't do it.
But then Joe Burrow, it's like when you watch Joe Burrow play, it's how well he sees the field. Again, not normal for a rookie quarterback. Like, look at him hang in the pocket, realize coverage underneath is super deep. I got to change the tempo of the football. How about this one? Back shoulder and man coverage on a good corner, Denzel Ward. The ability to climb the pocket and drill that ball on time at the front of the goal line. Love it. Climb the pocket, move, eyes downfield, get the ball out. Like Steve Young, I said Joe Burrow reminded me of Steve Young, saw the field so well. Joe Burrow sees the field so well. If you just watch the tape, it's a blind resume. You had no idea who it was. You'd go, that kid's been playing in the NFL for 10 years. And he's been playing well in the NFL for 10 years. What they're doing is not normal.
Yeah, you mentioned the historical context here. Let me give you a little bit more. Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow currently rank first and second, respectively, in passing yards per games among rookies in NFL history. Leaving many to wonder what to expect from Tua down in Miami. We'll finally get to see him. We'll get to that. Oh, you did throw the pin, but we didn't catch it on camera. All right, anyway, don't go anywhere. It's official.